Hello everybody, welcome back once again. As always, I'm Jay, somebody who's not cool enough to get their own code name yet, and we're focusing on issue 2 of the Cobra Commander book, the second half of the G.I. Joe saga of the Energon universe. So, nothing new to report on this end at least, so let's just jump right in. So, previously in Cobra Commander, our first outing was largely an origin story for the eponymous commander, setting him up as an influential figure in the secret society of Cobra Law, an underground society of snake people, where he was attacked and disfigured for breaking the taboo of their society by bringing in forbidden technology. Rather than be killed, Cobra Commander strikes a deal with the leader of the secret society in order to venture out to the world beyond, as the commander knows that Cobra Law is dying, and they need more of this mysterious technology, to which at the end of the issue we discover is Energon, as he is plundered from the corpse of Megatron, and their leader reluctantly agrees, allowing Cobra Commander and a currently unnamed associate to leave the society and venture out into the world to find more of this mysterious Energon. However, as always, Cobra Commander has more planned than meets the eye. With that out of the way, a quick-ish recap. The issue opens up where the previous one left off, introducing the Dreadnoks, specifically Buzzer and Ripper, as they torture and murder two unnamed gun runners for infiltrating their territory. Meanwhile, the commander and his mystery friend are trudging deep within the heart of the Florida Everglades, searching for the source of the Energon. As a brief aside, it was implied in the previous issue, but here we get an explicit confirmation that Cobra Commander is, or at least was, human in this series, rather than being from Cobra Law itself. Like I said, it was implied at the end of the first issue when he was meeting their leader, but here it's very explicitly pointed out that as they run into some random tourists outside the Everglades, that they are, quote, his people, though he does reject being part of these people. As an encounter with a park ranger goes less than stellar, Cobra Commander sneaks off on his own and finds the source of the Energon. Unfortunately, this turns out to be the Dreadnok's secret hideout. And what's more, the Energon isn't actually there, though he does find out they've been experimenting with it. And if things weren't bad enough already, the Dreadnoks return at just the moment Cobra Commander's inside, which of course leads to a shootout between the three. Cobra Commander's more advanced weaponry is able to turn the tide, and he's able to escape, as the Dreadnoks refuse to follow along, as a fellow member, Zorana, tells them that they have more important business to attend to. Fortunately for them, they don't need to follow, as Cobra Commander finds the source of the Energon, only to blunder headfirst into a deep pool filled with gators as the issue ends. So far, the Cobra Commander book has the slowest paced of the three Energon universe books, which I guess is fine. It's a nice little break. So there isn't a whole lot really to say. The Dreadnoks have a really good introduction. They're this kind of drawn-out torture sequence of them torturing two gun runners, as I mentioned, and it's characteristically violent for the Energon universe so far, which is good. I enjoy the ultra-violence we're getting through this universe so far. But beyond that, yeah, not a whole lot to say. We get a quick little snippet of Cobra Commander's mystery friend's backstory, but not a whole lot else to really say there. I really like the environments in this one. We get a much more natural color palette, obviously being in the Everglades, so it's a lot of heavy greens and more earth tones, which is nice. It's good. I really like the way the environment's drawn. Cobra Commander, as always, is the biggest fucking asshole, which is good. But yeah, this one is a little short, a little lacking in stuff to talk about. It seems to be more set up for later. We get a couple of teases at what the Dreadnoks are up to. Seems like we're getting a subplot with them for a little while, which is going to be interesting. They mention some mystery dude with a flat top, the two dudes that they're torturing with, so I don't know who that's going to end up being, but that's clearly setting up for something, and it's probably going to turn to them and Cobra Commander partnering up for a little while. But I like them. They're fun. I'm glad they don't really go too stereotypical with them. They're kind of just assholes, but they're not like violent. They don't play up them being, these swamp-dwelling hillbillies or anything like that. And they also really like the cliffhanger shot there at the end with the Cobra Commander sinking into the water, and he's surrounded by gators, and it's this nice bright blue, and you get that kind of purpley glow from the bottom from the Energon, which is really interesting looking. But yeah, this one, not a whole lot to say. It's a decent issue, but it's kind of... I don't have a whole lot really to talk about, unfortunately, with this one. It's mostly just kind of taking its time. It's not quite nearly as action-packed as Duke has been, and obviously it's nowhere compared to Transformers, but I wouldn't say it's bad or boring or anything. It's good. It's slow, I think, unfortunately. So, not a whole really lot else for me to say, but I am looking forward to where things go from here. So yeah, that's going to be it for me this time. Next week is going to be Duke and working on the Void Rivals catch-up. Thank God the new issue 7, hasn't come out for like fucking months, because I've been really dragging my feet on it. But yeah, that'll be all for me this time. Thank you very much for watching.